After counting the registers, Jessica wants to immediately start the corresponding do banking work item. Hi, my name is Andreas Hense and this video is part of a series on resource patterns in YAWL. Today we talk about chained execution, the ability to automatically start the next work item in a case once the previous one has completed. The transition to chained execution mode is at the instigation of the resource. You can see the behavior in the following flash animation. So the flash animation here for chained execution. We have two tasks here, count registers and do banking. And we have Jessica here, and let's start the animation. So count register is allocated to Jessica. And now we have case ID 1, count registers. And once this is completed, we immediately do the do banking work item of the same case. And then this is completed, and now we can choose whether to take count registers 2 or 3. So let's take count registers 3, and we do this. And we get do banking immediately afterwards, so it's immediately executing. We finish this, and finally we can do count registers for case ID 2 and do banking for case ID 2. In YAWL, we can implement this by a user privilege called chain work item execution. You can see this behind me in the screenshot of the YAWL control center. The YAWL specification that I have used here is in the supplementary material. I'll put a link to this in the description below. So here we have the YAWL admin window on the top left, the YAWL specification on the bottom left, and we have two participant windows, one for Jessica and one for Jill. And you can already see in the window for Jessica that there is this chain symbol here because she has the privilege of chaining work items, and this is still grayed out, but we'll use that in a moment. So let's start two cases, case 4 and 5, and if we refresh the work lists of the two participants, we can see that they both have the respective count registers work items in their work list. So let's start case number 4 without chained execution. So if we accept it here and we refresh the other work queue, we now have it started here. And we can count registers. And if we refresh the work queue here, we have do banking offered to both participants here. So in this case, Jill can do this one, banking done. And we have close counters for case ID 4 here. So we'll finish that one as well. And now let's try to chain execution here. So we have now count registers, and I can now chain the execution for this case. And if we refresh the other work queue, we can see that this has gone and it is already started as a consequence. So everything that is chained is directly started for the participant who has chained this case. And again, we complete this, we refresh the work queue, and we refresh the other work queue. And we can see that now it is started directly for Jessica. And she can execute that. But now we can see that we have this chained cases icon activated here, and we can unchain now the execution for case ID 5. So I will just do that. Now I will do banking and now refresh the work queue. And you can see that now, because it is unchained, we have the close counter work item offered again to the two participants. It's an interesting pattern. I haven't used it myself so far in a real project. There simply hasn't been this requirement yet. If you ever had a situation where you needed this feature, please let me know in the comments.